This is going to be the greatest video ever because this is the most bomb rice you'll ever have. And anyone who's ever tried a Mexican-made home-style rice, you know it's the best. So here we go.
So hi everybody, I'm back. Sorry it took so long, but today I wanted to show you how to make rice, Mexican style, and wanted to show you some of the ingredients. Not too much needed, but it really tastes good. As you can see, I've got long grain rice, and it's kind of translucent. This happens to be wheat rice, but you can also use the regular long grain white rice. My special brand I like to use is Mahatma, or even better yet, jasmine rice. Turns out really, really nice. So that's kind of what it looks like before. What you want to do, you want to, depending on the size of your family, I normally use a cup of rice, and that usually feeds the 5 of us. But as you can see, what I've done, in the pot, I've added any kind of cooking oil, canola, mazola, corn oil, even olive oil, whichever your preference is. And you're going to put it to the fire. And then what will happen is you'll stir it consistently. And then what will happen is it begins to toast. And as you can see, the rice is turning solid. It's no longer translucent. And you want to keep cooking that till it starts getting a tanned color, which means it's been toasting. You can actually smell it as well. Okay, so I'm going to keep turning it till it gets to the color that I want, which is a light brown. And you want to make sure you keep stirring it, because if you let it go and you walk away from it, you're going to burn it and it won't taste good at all. So you want to consistently keep turning it over so it cooks evenly on both sides. Okay, as you might be able to see, some of them are already trying to turn a light brown. So again, you just keep going till it's ready to go.
You won't need this, I just made some quesadillas earlier, see?
I can turn it back on. Okay guys, so here we are with the rice. As you can see, it's getting nice and toasty. I think it's in the color that I like. I didn't want to get it too dark. As you can see, some of them are getting a little dark, so I'm going to take it off the stove for a minute. Okay, and now all I need to do is prepare what's going to go inside. And I like to use fresh ingredients, so I'm going to use tomatoes. This is the, vine ripe tomatoes. So I'm just going to cut them in quarters so it's easier to blend. Okay, I'm going to throw them into the blender. Pop those in. 1 medium-sized tomato will do good, just for the quantity you're doing. And then you're going to grab the onion, and you're also going to blend that in there with that. Just a medium size, and not too much. Depends on how much onion you like. That goes right in there as well. To give it a unique taste also, you want to include some garlic. If I can open this. Oh.
Want me to? No, we're good.
There we go.
Supermom.
I mean, the best thing is to use fresh, like the cloves, but you know what? Since I work in a hurry, this works just as well.
Minced garlic.
So you don't want to use too much. So usually I get about...
that smells good though.
I was going to say half a teaspoon, and that goes into the blender as well. You want to put at least 2 times the ratio of the rice. So we use 1 cup of rice, so you want to put 2 times, meaning 2 cups of water. So here's 1 cup, and then we're going to put in the 2nd cup of water. Okay, you want to put also salt to taste, and I just measure it by hand. It doesn't have to be exact because you're also going to taste it.
Well, that's really on there.
Nice and secure. It's about a handful, tablespoon or so. Again, salt to taste, so you might need more. Okay, and I'm going to blend that all up.
It's a lot of water too though, huh?
Yeah.
It's cool.
Here we go.
That's how it's done. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Okay. Now we're going to go and pour that into our rice. Again, depending on how
nice and red you like your rice, you can add more tomato, but I think this is enough. It's a fresh tomato. You got onion and your garlic. And I'm going to actually go ahead and taste it because I want to make sure I have enough salt. So, let's see. I think it needs just a little bit more. So I'm going to add just a touch more. Okay, maybe half a teaspoon more, not too much. And you want to put it in there. Okay. Now for some of you that you like even more color in your rice, you can also buy either canned or frozen vegetables. I like to get the peas and the diced carrots and put those in there. It just gives a colorful look to your rice. So I'm going to do that. I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so I happen to have some peas and carrots. They're not diced, but this will do. It'll give a nice color to your rice. Now, if your kids love vegetables, then throw in the whole can. Usually it's a small can of vegetables. If not, then you can even go half. I'm just going to pick a big spoonful in there and drop it in. And then you want to let this start getting warm, so you want to cover it. Okay, and it's going to cook. You want to let it cook till it's actually bubbling. And you want to kind of watch it because you want to make sure when you cover it, sometimes it bubbles over. So you want to keep an eye on it. It's going to need to bubble. I'll come back in a few minutes, show you when it's ready to bubble and then when it's ready to be turned off. And then finish cooking with its own steam. Alright guys, let's check in on rice and see how it's going. As you can see, it's coming along. The rice is growing. You can see it's expanding. Some of them are still white and some of them have become translucent again. Isn't that funny? Starts translucent, turns white, and then it turns translucent once again. So we're going to let that simmer in the pot just a few more minutes, maybe 5 more minutes, and then we're going to turn it off and it'll finish cooking with its own steam. So see you back in 5. Alright, so it's been 5 minutes, you guys. Let's take a look. Whoa, you can see how nicely the rice is starting to set. I don't like to mix it up. Once it's to this point, I leave it alone, you guys. I just want to show it to you. So as you can see, the water's almost gone. So I'm going to turn it off. Turn it off. And with its own steam, it's going to finish cooking. It'll be let it sit for another 10 minutes. And your rice should be ready to go. Okay, guys. It's been sitting for 10 minutes. Let's take a look. See how it looks. Whoa, that looks great. You can see it's all good and fluffy, no more white spots. It's almost translucent again. And remember, very careful, don't overdo it on the water because then what will happen is your rice will become way too mushy. So happy eating, you guys.